Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing good. So today I actually got a good idea from one of your comments, right? Based on the previous week's video, is someone mentioned, sir, can you also like give some kind of training or some kind of sessions on Sterling Connect Direct, right? And I really like the idea because based on my experience, right, working in IBM Sterling products, okay, connectivity also plays a big role, right? When you are actually working for clients, okay, who are mostly in insurance or I've seen mostly in banking domains, like financial domains, right, where you're working for companies like Bank of America, Australia, New Zealand Bank, right, those kind of banks, because banks typically for sending or transferring large files use Sterling Connect Direct, and you will see those kind of implementation, right? So having a very good background on Sterling Connect Direct for those kind of project would definitely be a added advantage. So with that, I thought, okay, let's take a quick like side tour, and maybe in next few sessions, why don't we go and like discuss more about Sterling Connect Direct, maybe how to install Sterling Connect Direct, which is not so complicated than like Sterling B2B integrator, right? So with that in mind, today's session, okay, I will give you a quick introduction of Sterling Connect Direct. Okay, I will talk about the problem statement, right? What actually was the reason of Sterling kind of coming into the spotlight, right? And then what are the problems that it solves? Okay, which other managed file transfer product doesn't support? And then I'm going to go and give a quick introduction of Sterling Connect Direct itself, right? What are the benefits and capabilities? And in next video, okay, I'm going to go a little bit more deep, okay, of how you configure Sterling Connect Direct. And the following session would be probably like how you install Connect Direct, right? So those are the three things that I thought, okay, would help you, right, to kind of enhance your skills or try to understand this product. And with that, let me do one quick thing. Let me share my screen. See. So yeah, so let's dive into and see what are the problem statements, right, that IBM Sterling Connect Direct actually helps alleviate. Now, if you see over here, right, we talk about critical file transfers, right, and that too on time to the right location. It's very easy to say, but very difficult to implement, right? When the data is getting transferred over internet, right, where you don't have control when the file goes out right over the wire to the internet. You don't have control of that. Like it goes to multiple hops, right, and ultimately reaches its destination, right? Now, with that also file sizes are also growing, right? Maybe initially there were like only few kilobytes or few bytes or maybe megabytes or maybe gigabytes files, right? Okay, and now they started growing and growing, and it has went into terabyte of files, right? So think about a single file which is like 2 terabyte or 3 terabyte, and that volume is only growing more and more, right? And then how do you deal with this big file transfers, right? How do the solution scale? How do you ensure, okay, that the file, if it during the transfer, right, let's say it gets interrupted, right? Now there are like for banking projects, timely delivery of these critical files are very important from one end to another end, one bank to another clearing house or one bank to another bank, right? And if the file doesn't reach within that time, okay, there might be big like business problems. There might be big like financial losses, okay, and and penalties, right, that are associated. And think about like you're transferring a file which is like probably 2 terabyte size, and then almost at the end of the file transfer, okay, let's say there was some system interruption, and then the file transfer got halted or uh, exited, right? Now, do you have to again retry the file transfer? If you do the retry, okay, or you try to resume, okay, let's say the file transfer starts from the very beginning. So it's like, let's say the first time it took almost like an hour, okay, to transfer the partial file. Okay, now it starts back again, so you add more and more time to that, and then it delays the entire process. So is there a better way, right, of resuming the file transfer from where it stopped, and then like upload the rest of the file, okay, and then on the destination side you get the entire file, right? So is there a way of like resolving those kind of challenges? And that's where and the other reason, right, the other thing is like everyone thought like FTP was secure, but over the time we have understood FTP is no longer an acceptable solution. The username, the password, all are sent over the wire in clear text, right? That's why you got SFTP, which gives some kind of additional benefit of like encrypting the username password, right? But on top of that, right, it's not easy to implement an SFTP server. Also, like from a file retry perspective, okay, SFTP is not always a proper solution, because like you typically end up having partial file uploads, like multi-part uploads on the other side, and then the file transfer doesn't resume from the place it has stopped, right? So that's another challenge, right? So these are some of the typical frustrations, right, that we encounter in our day-to-day projects, okay, where the customers doesn't have proper budget, the file has been delivered late, the volume of the file size is increasing, there's a sense of like lack of security, okay, there is like files which had never been delivered, there was no notification, things like that, file was delivered to wrong location, and many more, right? With that, Sterling managed file transfer umbrella, okay, came into picture, where you have all these solutions that are addressing some of the very specific challenges. Like we have Sterling File Gateway, we have Secure Proxy Control Center, and we have Sterling Integrator. Also, we have something called Sterling Connect Direct. Now, I want to double click on that Sterling Connect Direct, and if you see, it's highlighted in blue. It's a point-to-point file transfers, right? Now, I'm going to expand that. Like, what does it mean by point-to-point file transfer? When we talk about point-to-point file transfer, it means that you're moving your file from one point to another without any stops in the middle, right? Okay, so that means there is no hop, and so that's called a peer-to-peer, right? This is also sometimes called as peer-to-peer. Now, Sterling Connect Direct, it has some very interesting features. It enables high volume file transfers, probably in terabyte or even more than that, right? It's very secure. It's assured delivery of files, so you won't have situations where you are like someone is complaining that they had never have received the files, right? And all those kind of challenges. And in top of that, okay, it also delivers file with predictability, security, and performance. And how it is achieving, we're going to talk about those in future sessions, right? Now, these, if you see, okay, some of the file transfer challenges, right, over the period of time, which has based on our experience, okay, there are like lost revenue, okay, there's a compromised reputation, also unhappy customers, right? And it is across all the industry verticals, like be it retail, be it financial services, telecommunications, manufacturing, and whatnot. And these companies require performance and reliability for transferring predominantly large files and large volumes. And Sterling Connected is the solution that delivers. Now, how Sterling Connected came into picture initially, mostly in the financial services or even in the other companies where you had mainframe servers, right? In 1990s, right? Sterling Connected used to actually help transfer files from one point to another point on the mainframe server, right? So that was the origin of Sterling Connected, and slowly now it has been a de facto protocol as well as a product, okay, that is being used, okay, still mostly in the banking sector, okay, that I've seen, not too much used in other sectors the way it has been done in financial services, and is because of the security and like confirmed file delivery, okay, and with high volume, right, and also ability to resume the file transfer from the time, okay, it has been interrupted for some reasons, okay, not necessarily the other reasons, okay, for which like typically the file transfer gets halted, right? Now, there are some considerations, okay, when it comes to Sterling Connect Direct implementation. As I mentioned, it's a point-to-point or peer-to-peer file transfer. So from the sender, like, so both on the sender side as well as on the destination, on the receiver side, you need to have Sterling Connect Direct up and running, right? So That is the prerequisite, right? It cannot be that okay, one enterprise has Sterling Connect Direct, but the other doesn't have, okay, and you have like something else. Like that cannot happen, right? So it has to be like both side. You will have to have Sterling Connect Direct installation, right? And the good thing about Sterling Connect Direct, okay, which I haven't yet touched, is it uses its own proprietary protocol, and that protocol has never been breached so far, right? And it's very reliable. You can audit it every step, like it runs, like there are different tasks within that, right? I'm not going to go through that, like how we implement and all that. And it's even more secure than SFTP, FTP, and all the other protocols that are available out there, right? And banking sector mostly like rely on this kind of like secure high volume file transfers. So if you see, these are some of the capabilities like scalability, automation and management, right? Assured file delivery and security and compliance, right? And we're going to go into more detail about the capability. We're going to go about how you implement it, right? How you install it, all those things, okay, in our next session. So I want to keep it more brief and more focused, right? For this one, just an overview. But please have some patience. We're going to cover a lot of other areas of Sterling Connect Direct as we move along, right? So with that, I'm going to end my session today. I hope it was valuable to all of you. Please let me know through your comments, okay, whether you like it or there's something that you are looking forward, okay, in my future session. I would try to accommodate them as we move along. With that, have a nice weekend and I'll talk to you next week.